Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. I want to talk a little bit about this kind of like European fiat collapse. Well, it's not so much of a collapse as it is a massive, massive retrace. As you know, the GBP or the Great British Pound has tanked ever since Queen Elizabeth II has died and King Charles ascended the throne. He's not been a very good king lately, so he needs to be dethroned, and we need to install our own American dictator in Great Britain. I joke. But the thing is, right now, the GBP is pretty much at an all time low, 1.11 against the US pound, and the euro is actually below parity right now, which has not really happened well, it's really never actually happened. And it stayed there for a couple of days. So I'm wondering, will the collapse or depreciation of major currencies force some of these countries to actually buy Bitcoin or another crypto reserve? Now, we know that El Salvador has already done this, but El Salvador is a very small country. But this global economic recession right now has actually made the currencies of many countries go down. And you're seeing quite a few smaller countries, not only El Salvador, but others starting to look at cryptocurrency as an alternate reserve. Now, they're not rushing to sell their USD or anything, but their own country's currency, they're looking to maybe impart some of that into Bitcoin. So, this financial recession could actually very much benefit Bitcoin as long as Bitcoin doesn't completely die, which Bitcoin is showing a lot of resilience right now. So, despite the market going down, like economically on a worldwide basis, this could actually benefit Bitcoin and crypto by a lot. Because I think, in this recession, I do think smaller countries are starting to seep into the crypto market to kind of help themselves because they know that their fiat could actually collapse at any time. And even maybe some of the major countries, like some of the major EU countries, might actually look at crypto as an investable asset just to guard against, the fiat depreciation against the US dollar. Now, the United States, for its part, is not doing that because the US dollar is still central. It is still very, very strong. It's the one that's actually going up right now against other currencies. But I think some of the other countries have to be watching this happen and saying that, hey, maybe we need a different reserve or some other asset to kind of balance out what we have in the coffers. And I actually think that's what's happening right now. So, it's a very, very interesting development. Everyone's really mad about this recession, really mad about losing money. But if you're in it for the long term, this could actually be a kind of bellwether type of event, like the turning of the tide, where Bitcoin and other cryptos essentially become unstoppable, especially Bitcoin because it's seen as the store of value right now. As much as I dislike Bitcoin for all its inefficiencies and slowness and fees and stuff, the purpose that it serves is actually pretty substantial right now. And the thing is, there's really no other crypto that can really take its place right now. And I do think more countries are going to buy Bitcoin reserves. Even some of the more majorish countries could buy a small bit of Bitcoin reserve. And at that point, it's going to be entrenched in the world economic system. You're seeing more funds go to it. You're definitely seeing more and more countries warm up to it. You're seeing even Congress and regulators warm up to it. I mean, Bitcoin is really the only coin that the SEC said is direct a commodity and not really a security. I think they've even downgraded Ethereum off of that. So I think you're going to see the rest of the world kind of warm up to it as well. And some of it will actually be because of the recession and because their money is depreciating against the US dollar. So, you got to look for the silver lining in these things. And I do actually believe that the recession could be a positive bellwether event for Bitcoin for the foreseeable future. Now, the price isn't going to recover anytime soon because of the recession, but I do think the worldwide adoption and the dependence on crypto will actually be greater because of the recession. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.